How's it going, everybody? Texas Man here. I hope you guys are all having a great day. Please give this video a thumbs up if you guys really enjoy it. Subscribe if you guys have not already. Also, do me the biggest favor of all, hit the bell notification button so you guys don't miss out on future videos or streams here on my channel. Also, if you guys would head over to Twitch, follow me there at Douglas447. I stream there at least once a week. And I've had a lot of people in the past year asking me to do this video throughout my streams. And they've been constantly asking me my opinions of the Star Wars movies and the Star Wars franchise. I've talked a lot here on the channel about Star Wars, whether it be about the movies, especially the sequel trilogy. That was one of the primary reasons I started this channel, was my hate and dislike of Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi. And also I've covered things for Clone Wars and Rebels and The Bad Batch and a bunch of other awesome Star Wars stuff here on the channel. Star Wars Battlefront 2 I stream and make videos on, Fallen Order. And I've just had a blast talking about Star Wars here on the channel. And so I've had a lot of people ask me to do a rank listing of the Star Wars movies from worst to best. And that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to be talking about everything Star Wars up to this point. This is going to cover the entire 9-movie Skywalker saga. It's also going to cover where I want to place Solo, Star Wars Story, and Rogue One. So that's all 11 movies that have come out at the time. This video may be outdated if you're watching it at a later time, but this is my list for the 11 movies. This, like I said, this might become outdated eventually if we do, I hope we do, get more Star Wars movies. So starting off at number 11, I'll be working my way all the way up to number 1, which is the best. Number 11 is the worst. Last Jedi. I know for a fact a lot of people want to put like the Phantom Menace or Attack of the Clones or something at the worst spot. But for me personally, I think The Last Jedi deserves it. There's tons of Disney politics, child labor, and it's basically The Empire Strikes Back, but backwards. And Crate is Hoth, but instead of having snow and ice, we have salt and sand. And I don't know, I don't like the movie. Go to my Star Wars or go to my film reviews, or just use the search engine, type in Star Wars The Last Jedi review. I have an entire rant video talking about this movie, The Last Jedi, and how much I hate it with a passion. Number 10, The Rise of Skywalker. Tons of retcons being done because of the travesty of Episode 8. It's also a worse version of Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, because it's having to do all the retconning of all the shit that was in The Last Jedi. Ooh. And I'll never get that scene stuck out of my head where Rey is like, I'm out the Jedi, and Palpatine's like, I'm out the Sith. And then we find out that Rey is Palpatine's granddaughter, which was stupid, and it was literally stupid to bring Palpatine back from the dead. Also, the Emperor's just alive with no explanation. And I feel like The Rise of Skywalker just trashes and disrespects on the entire Skywalker legacy. Like at the end of the movie, Rey's like, I'm Rey Palpatine, but then she's like, Force Ghost of Luke and Leia show up. He's like, I'm Rey Skywalker. And like, she does nothing in the entire sequel trilogy to deserve to be called a Skywalker. Nothing. Zero. Zip. Nada. Number 9. The Phantom Menace. First of all, it's way too long of a movie. Young Anakin Skywalker in this film is just weird. And he's just like this really horny teenager that's chasing Padme, which is like, she's like double in age. And it's just really awkward and weird. Liam Neeson's in the movie, but he does very little. The Darth Maul fight is cool, but it adds really nothing to the entire lore. Like, if you never watched the Clone Wars or the Rebels show, and you just have the Darth Maul fight, and Darth Maul just gets killed off, and you've never seen anything else, like even if you don't watch Solo, you feel empty inside. Like the whole Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan versus Maul fight, it's really well choreographed, but it's too short, and it doesn't really add anything to the prequel trilogy. Like Maul as a character kind of feels like he's dumb. He's just an idiot. He's just, this Sith assassin that just gets killed off way too easily. And that was the big problem I had with the prequels, is like Darth Maul dies. Count Dooku dies. General Grievous dies. The Separatist army dies. We don't get to attach to all the villains like we do in the original trilogy with Darth Maul. I'm sorry, with Darth Vader. And I'm just like, it really hurts. Now, I'm happy that he got, resurrected in the Clone Wars and he's in Rebels and whatnot. But if you don't watch those shows, you really feel like you've been literally cut in half for good Star Wars villains. Number 8, Solo: A Star Wars Story. I hated the dumb droid and human love story. It adds really no new lore to the Star Wars universe. It has some interesting characters. It's got a really boring heist. And it's just an origin story that's kind of forgettable and passable. Like, you don't need to watch Solo: A Star Wars Story to understand anything more about Solo, about Han Solo. If you just watch the original trilogy and you never watch Solo: A Star Wars Story, you're not going to miss anything of importance. Like, there's no reason that you should have to watch Solo: A Star Wars Story to understand why Han Solo is Han Solo. Like, watch it once and done. And literally, I've done that. I watched it one time in the theater. I do have it on Blu-ray, but I've never watched it on Blu-ray. It just sits in my collection. I have no interest or desire to watch it. Number 7, The Force Awakens. The beginning film to kill any amazing, memorable characters, and it introduces us to tons of new crappy characters, and it's basically Episode 4 redone. There's no denying that Starkiller Base is basically Death Star 3. There's no way you can deny that. And it was the beginning of the trilogy where they wanted to kill off all the original characters from the original trilogy and give us all these new ones that are just shit and crap. I mean, I was really excited when Force Awakens came out, and the more I've seen it, the more I hate it. Number 6, Attack of the Clones. It was really cool to see the clones versus the droid army. Dooku is a really interesting character, and I like how he's right about the fact that the Republic is a corrupt institution. The Dooku versus the Yoda fight was really good. The thing that puts it at 6, though, is especially the Anakin Padme stuff. The romance stuff in this movie is just cringe. Like, I hate seeing it. It's coarse and it's rough. And I'm just like, oh god, just get it over with. Marry her. Have a Luke and Leia. Move on with your life. Number 5, Rogue One. Love all the cool tie-ins to Episode 4. I love the Battle of Scarif in this movie. I love the Darth Vader hallway scene in this movie. It's a great war movie. Everyone major in the group dies, which I thought was really shocking. I was like, okay, this is supposed to be a tie-in to Episode 4, but we've never ever heard of these characters in the original trilogy, so how are they supposed to still be alive if they're never mentioned? Well, they do get mentioned, but they're dead. It expands the lore. It ties in with a bunch of shows. It ties in with Clone Wars and Rebels. The biggest problem of why it's at number 5 is it doesn't connect to Episode 4 perfectly. Like, if you watch Rogue One and then you watch Episode 4, New Hope, it doesn't tie in and connect them properly. At number 4, we have Revenge of the Sith. We get to see Order 66. Anakin becomes Darth Vader. Also, there's a big plot hole where Darth Vader doesn't kill Palpatine when the Emperor doesn't save Padme from death. And he just chills and hangs out with Palpatine for Episode 4, 5, and 6 afterwards. So that was kind of weird, and that's a plot hole that I constantly have to bring up. And I liked General Grievous. General Grievous as a villain, as a droid with 4 arms and 4 lightsabers. The first time I saw that on TV, I was just like, wow, that is a really cool design. I love it. Really wish we got more cool designs like that in Star Wars. At number 3, A New Hope introduces us to Darth Vader for the first time. And it introduces us to Vader before we actually get to see the villains. I'm sorry, we get to see the heroes. It introduces us to the villains first. And then it introduces us to C-3PO and R2-D2 and Obi-Wan and Luke Skywalker. I love the trench run on the Death Star. Obi-Wan dying was really cool. And it's a movie that even a 6-year-old can watch and enjoy. And I'm sure most people that are 6, 7 have seen the movie when they're that age. Number 2, Return of the Jedi. The throne room in the final space battle. Truly epic. Loved Endor. Loved Luke, Vader, and Palpatine scenes all together when they're on board the Death Star 2. And it was really a great way to end the trilogy. I loved it. The reason that it's at number 2 is the plot to save Solo and everybody else has been captured. The whole Jabba the Palace plot it makes no sense. There's so many plot holes and stupid stuff that you could digest and try to pick at and nitpick for hours at it for. And then number one, you guys got to know that this was coming. Number one, The Empire Strikes Back. No, I am your father line. It's just phenomenal. It's one of the best lines in Star Wars, one of the best lines in movie history. The Hoth battle is really awesome. Yoda and Luke interacting was really cool. And everybody is sure of themselves. Nobody in Empire Strikes Back feels like an idiot. They all know what they're supposed to be doing, and they know they can accomplish it. So that's my ranking of all 11 Star Wars movies. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video or stream.